Hey everybody, and welcome back to Midtown, USA. It is day 14 of late autumn. We've got just a day and a half or so left in the autumn season before we're going to be progressing into winter. And we're over here on field 14, doing a plowing mission actually. We've got just a little bit left to go. Got this nice quad track on this John Deere plow, and we're going to be finishing up this, and then we've got a request by the some folks down in town. There's apparently at least one, if not two, open lots that have had some grass growing in them all summer and all autumn, and they wanted us to see if we could come down there and take care of that and mow down the grass before winter came, simply to make the area look a little bit better. So we're going to take this opportunity to actually fire up our pellet bagging operation. We're going to go down and mow up the grass, ted and rake it, bale it up, and then we're going to take the bales and put them into our new industry building, and we're going to basically shred some bales and see what we get as far as pellets out of it. If you recall, we did a little bit of an analysis on the pellets versus bales situation, where we most recently we used our pellet press to pick up the hay on fields 18. Sorry about that. To pick up the bales on field 18 and 19. We got 180,000 or so liters of pellets off of those two fields, and if we basically try to do a liter per liter comparison, we got significantly less liters of pellets out of those two fields than we did if we would have baled it. Now, of course, the pellets are pressed and they're compressed, so you would think it would only make sense that you would have less pellets than you have bales. But what I want to do is now take the bales and put them in the factory and shred them and make the pellets, and basically see how many liters of pellets do we get out of one 4,000 liter bale. So we are going to finish off the plowing here. Based on the clock at the top, it looks like that's going to be fairly quick. Let's go ahead. Alright, we got that good. Like I said, we're just going to finish off the plowing here, and then we're going to jump over to the farm and get our mowing stuff and head up into town and see what kind of trouble we can manage to get ourselves into. So they were telling me that there's at least one, if not two, open lots. They would like to see if they can't get the grass mowed up in. I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of this grass and see if we can't get that. Let's go this way. Can get the pellet factory up and running to do some pellet bagging. Now, the reason I was doing a plow mission on that field is I want to buy that field up because it's right there by the BGA. It would be a perfect field to put corn in and to do some chaff for the BGA. So that's my thinking there. We've already done missions off camera on several other fields, so we have the best reputation we can for that field, and hopefully we'll earn enough money with the pellet factory to be able to purchase that field, maybe buy some more fields. I'm gonna wait here. I'll wait here until our baler, our windrower, can catch up. I don't want them getting somehow caught by the train. Oh, thank you. What I always wanted. Oh, that's what. Alright, let's go ahead and go. So while I'm down here in town, I might as well show you these other buildings that I discovered a little while ago. And they can be quite useful. So we've got this building right here. Go on in here. And what's interesting about this building is, one, we've got lots of storage here. We have, I don't know if that's a trigger or not, and I don't want to hit it because I want to use GPS later. But we've got some walls there with collisions and whatnot for just tipping crop or whatever we want into. Then in this yard we've got liquid for, oh, this is fuel, sorry. Then we've got another nice little shed here which has a repair customize trigger. These doors open. That's down here in town. Go. And then we got another cool building up here. Just a block or two up the road. In behind the courthouse. And this building is also going to be a really great building if we should buy fields down here. Could also use it maybe to support some buildings or store some equipment that's related to the pellet plant. Got a storage container or a shipping container in here, but beyond that, nice big building. And right here is one of the little plots of grass that they wanted us to take care of. Go ahead and get this taken care of. Not an overly big plot of ground, so it won't take too terrible long. I know we got rain pending. Basically, rain is almost imminent. But this job shouldn't take too long before we can get our baling done and hopefully get our bales picked up. So I'll be back with you once we get this mowed up and baled and tedded. So guys, we got 5 bales off of that field, or that little plot of open ground. Not too terrible bad, I have to say, given the fact that that was just you know, random wild grass growing up in an open lot. Rain started coming right as we were finishing up the baling. Just going to drive this equipment back here to the farm. We're going to pick up our telehandler with our flat bale grabbers, and we're going to go ahead and pick up those 5 bales and put them into our bale shredding facility. We're going to come back here and pick up our bale press, or our pellet press right there, as well as our pick up a conveyor from the shop. All right. Turn these guys off. And let's go over here and get our JCB telehandler. Gotta get these bales of hay in before they get too deteriorated. Of course, those are the vertical bale grabs. We need the horizontals, which should be parked over here under this little lean-to. All right. Raise this up a little bit. Still got traffic turned off. I need to turn that back on yet. I just hadn't hadn't gotten around to it, actually. About the time I think to turn it back on, I'm not in a position where I really want to turn it back on, so we'll get it back on eventually. I'll do a little quick cut here, and we'll be right back once we get to the get back to that open plot. All right, so here we are. I'm going to go ahead and pick up our 2 bales first. Already losing some capacity on those. Let's get them over here to our pellet bagging facility. There it is right there, so we're going to want to get that these things under roof pretty quick. Get out and open the door. Right. Busted up the door. Alright. Just gonna drop these here, go back and get the others real quick. So guys, if everything goes well, this will be the last video that is recorded on the pre-release version. I was told by CCS 101 just last night that the map had cleared testing at FSUK and its release was basically imminent. Let's get at this from a different angle, I guess. So that is some pretty good news. So, like I said, the next video that we put out here should be on the released version. Still a fair bit ahead of schedule as far as far as recording these for when they will actually air. So the map should be out for at least 2.5 weeks or so by the time this video airs. Let's see what we've lost so far. So we should have 12,000 liters of hay for 812, but instead we only have 11,850 liters. So we've already lost 150 liters of hay, if you will, due to the rain. Right, let's move these back a little bit and unload them. Alright. Now we can go ahead and take this back to the farm, and I'll be right back with you. Alright guys, so we've swapped out our bale grabs for pallet forks. We've also swapped out the mowers on the 8700 for the pellet press. As you can see, we've turned traffic back on, and watch this guy get hit. Nope. Oh, thank goodness. So we need to pellet the pallet forks because we need to come up here and we need to pick up a conveyor belt for our pellet system. The conveyor belt is what we will use to basically put the bales, or to shred the bales, into our pellet press. We need to pick this up. Unless you want me to pick you up. Well, I thought we needed to pick it up. Alright, well, apparently that's not something you pick up with the pallet forks. You just connect it to the press. So now we've got that connected. Let's go ahead and run down here to our factory and see if we can't get things moving. Never used this particular setup this way. Go back over the tracks. I go up a block. Give our way around the park here. A nice old John Deere tractor and the shed there. That's pretty cool. Alright, so our factory should be right up here. It is. And I think we're going to need to go in this door here. door. I think the way this works. Move our skid steer, I think. Let's get this in here and look around a little bit and figure out where we need to put this thing. This needs to conveyor into that. Okay. Kind of a tight squeeze. Let's see. Pipe out. Almost. I can kind of get it square if I can. That looks pretty good. Alright, that looks pretty good right there, I guess. Let's switch back to this, and I guess we unfold the bale shredder. Okay. Square. Right. And what do we do? I guess we go back to here when we turn it on. Okay, we can disconnect from it once we turn it on, I guess. Alright, so let's put this in here. Well, that's a little bit jacked there. Guess we should have moved it over a little bit. Now it's turned off. Alright. Bear with me while we try to get this lined up. Once I get it lined up, I'll be back with you. Alright, I think we got it lined up finally. So, let's see if we can't figure out how to use this thing. Take a bale over. We got 3,949 liters on this bale. So let's see how much we get out of this one bale. I think the way this works is we put it up on the conveyor belt. And then it slowly moves it into the shredder. Come on. All right. Well, that's running. Let's go get another one. Might have to get a little tractor. I wonder if the 5600 would power this thing. Probably not. Thinking about just a smaller tractor to drive the pellet press in here. Bale's almost at the shredder. There it is. It got grabbed and now it's being slowly shredded. Get another bale. And now there is a conveyor and a grapple we could use, but I've seen and heard other people say that that's pretty much a total pain in the tail to try to use. We're just going to do it this way. It's like one bale's already been shredded. We're going to put this bale up here on the conveyor and then take a look at the action here. All right. Let's see what's going on here. See, we got our bale slowly being shredded into the intake, making pellets. Making pellets, going in the conveyor. It's feeding into this hopper. It's then feeding up this conveyor into this particular machine, which is bagging our pellets. Making cool little bags, shrunk wrapped and everything. Pellets are going up on the conveyor. This is pretty slick. This is all working. Here and watch this. So the bags come in. 1, 2. You see how that orientation is, there's 3 and then there's 2. Now this one's going in, its grabber's rotating the bag. So we're alternating the layers to basically lock them all in. Then the press. Then you see the little thing lift up. To see, we're alternating. And once we get a whole pallet, I guess it's going to shrink wrap the pallet. Let's see. So we're going to get one more layer. Out of this. Of course, we need to keep the pellet press full of molasses and water. Alright, so that's that. Oh, get out of his way. And at the end, it gets shrunk wrapped. Everything. That's pretty cool. Alright, so let's feed it the other 2 bales, and let's see how many pallets 5 bales makes. We know how many liters were in each bale. Basically 50 liters or ish short. 51 liters short of 4,000. 4, 8, 16, 20,000 minus 50, 100, 200, 250. So we're 250 liters shy of 20,000, right? $19,750 liters of hay, the form of bales. I want to see what we get as far as number of pallets off of those bales, and then what we're going to get monetarily from the sale of that. Yeah, this conveyor moves slow. All right. And yes, I know I'm using pallet forks to grab bales. No, but there's no reason to have multiple bale forks or multiple forks down here. Alright. Well, so each pallet is 1,300 liters. Now this says straw pellets. Why does that say straw pellets? That was clearly hay. Check this out. But it says once it starts grinding, it should say hay. Hay pellets. Okay. It says straw pellets, clearly. This does that. That's very interesting. Well, it's Glance that's saying that. Maybe Glance needs an update? I also heard that these pallets were very, very slick. They are. Like they come out of there with oil on the pallets so that they slide very, very easily. Just slid right off. Kind of dark. Let's turn on the lights. There we go. Alright. Can turn this off now. And we're not going to use any more bales, so hold this up. I guess we could just leave the bale shredder on there, right? So we don't want to unhook that. So I'm going to drive back to the farm, and we're going to pick up the flatbed. We're just going to pick up the little flatbed trailer because it's looking like we're going to have just a few. We're not going to have a whole lot of pallets. Whoa, 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 whoa. Keyboard steering at its finest. So I'll be back with you once we pick up our small flatbed and come back to the factory here. Alright guys, so we are back here at our factory. We've picked up our little flatbed. It looks like that's empty. Like the hopper's still working. Bagging some stuff. Looks like we've got 2 more wrapped pallets. Oh, I had this running. Let's go ahead and, I guess, empty this off. I don't know how many can be held here. Looks like you could probably hold 3. So I don't know if we're going to get... looks like we're probably Looks like he's done. So it looks like we've got 4.5 pallets out of 5 bales. So still say straw pellets. We're going to load these up and sell them and see what we get. The way the sell point is, it has a price per bag. And I guess we could look at this and see the ripples and try to figure out that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 layers. I have to look at this. Really, we need to look at a pallet as it's being put together, but it's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Really can't see until it comes out of that machine how many is there, but if it's 7 layers at 5 each layer, so that's what, 40, that's 35 bags per pallet. Afraid that these things slide so much that they slide right off the trailer, pushing them. Alright, so we got those. Go over here and strap them down. And pick up these. So let me know, have you all played with this straw add-on? I know I'm a little late to the game and getting around to it. Oh. So I won't suffer you while I put these two on the trailer. I'll go ahead and make a cut. And when we come back, we'll be driving them over to the sell point. Alright guys, so we've got our 4 pallets loaded up. We're going to go ahead and head on out here. Lights. Right click. Up the door, put our straps on the last pallets. Now let's go see what we're going to get for these things. Remember, we got 4 bales of hay out of this. And we basically made 4.5 pallets out of those 5 bales. So let's see what we get. Should be worth more than 4 or 5 bales independent of each other. And this is basically a taste of what we're going to be doing during winter. We're going to be doing pellets, pellets, and we're going to be doing BGA, unloading the BGA. And of course, keeping up with the animals is always going to be a full-time job. But hopefully we can keep ourselves occupied and in the money to the point where we don't have to worry about going into the woods. Simply because we did forestry plenty enough on some other maps that we did recently, so I'm kind of hoping that we don't have to do forestry on this map to keep ourselves busy. Bring it on in here, and let's just hope I don't have to unload these. $62.51. So $6,251 for 5 hay bales. Oh no. That seems like it's definitely worth more than 5 hay bales by themselves would be. That's more than 5 silage bales would be on hard mode. So that was definitely well worth it. Since we got traffic on, I guess we should be obeying the traffic laws, right? I've had to play without traffic for so long, I kind of forgot. Hey guys, I want to thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please click the like button. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe so you get notifications of future content. We're going to be playing Midtown, USA, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday until we finish our second autumn. So we're just now finishing our first autumn season. We're going to go all the way through winter, spring, summer, and autumn one more time, and then we will close out the map and move on to our next project. But we've got basically a full game year to go. That's 60 game days left because we are playing 15-day seasons. So that is 60 game days per year. We also have on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we have map videos that come out every Tuesday and Thursday. So I encourage you to go check them out if you haven't already. And lastly, I encourage you to check out the guys in my description. They all put out quality content, farm sim and other content. So I encourage you to go check them out. And until next time, guys, happy farming.